Well, hello! Welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. This is for my Cancer friends out there. Sun, Moon, and Rising. And we are doing your reading from the 1st of September through the 12th of September. We're breaking it up this week so that I have an opportunity with other activities that I have going on. And you get the benefit of being able to pre-plan a couple of different things with potential details that are coming through for you. So that's how we're going to do it for the month of September. So first, thank you for tuning back in. I absolutely love being able to provide and bring details down for people. It's absolutely what I love to do. And so thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the emails. Thank you for the orders. I really do appreciate all of the time and effort that you guys put into it. So let's go ahead and jump in. This reading is being recorded and posted on the 3rd, so the first 2 days of the month, obviously, we're very heavy into the Cancer being in the Moon position. It's going to transition out, obviously, on the 4th, and then Cancer comes back in at the end of the month. So when I was sitting down in meditation with Muriel, who is your archangel, the information that I got was rapid transition for very, very many of you for lots of different types of reasons, but very, very rapid transition. So that's a lot, and we're gonna not waste any time. We're gonna just go ahead and jump all in. We are going to use the Gateway Oracle to get started for the base of your reading. We're going to use the Astro deck to get into the base of each of the different weeks. I'm going to do 1 week at a time, so you may want to come back to this reading next week just to get a refresher on any of the content, see how it plays out with the details that the Angelics had me post up the other day for the entire month of September. Okay? As per usual, if you do not resonate 100% with everything that is in this reading, that is totally fine. Please make sure that you take a look at your full Sun, Moon, and Rising to get the full picture. The only other way that you can dial it specifically is if you are to book a reading. So in order to do that, take a look at the description box below. You can go to peonylore.com, and then I also have my alternate booking site that is there as well. Okay? So, this is for our Cancer from the 1st through the 12th specifically. Thank you, Muriel. Super fast. Here's what we've got. Cancer. Revealing radiance. My light illuminates the world. Look at that. That's a pearl. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that energy. It's the energy of Kuan Yin. We will go into the book at the end of the reading because there's some content in there that might be meaningful for you. Is this my short one? Let me switch to the short one so I'm not knocking it off the table. You do have 2 more different oracles that she selected to come out for you, okay? Now, let's go ahead and dig down into this reading. Let me just move these up. Move these up. Okay. We will use the, what are we using? Why can't I think about the name of those cards? Anyway, you got 2 different oracle decks coming through. It'll come to me when we get to that point. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to just give this another quick shuffle. So, as far as the astrology is concerned, obviously on the 1st, when the moon entered into the sign of Cancer, there was a big square that was going on with the Pluto Capricorn kind of tag team that's going on here. So Pluto is the energy of judgment. Judgment is the energy of wanting to rebirth, refresh, make sure that lessons were learned. Capricorn, in this case, was what is yours, what versus what does not belong to you, meaning how dutiful are you holding on to something that doesn't belong to you as far as the bonds that are there, and opportunities to release. So, you know, the energy that comes up for you guys really is, and probably would have been, you know, a lot of subconscious things that are popping up. Rapid transformation, again, is one of the words that came through that's talking about your subconscious, like, really popping out. Some of you could have been extremely moody as well, trying to get into those feels. And the other big aspect that comes through is there was a double square, because you also had this Chiron an Aries energy that was there, also forcing you to own your stuff. So Cancers, you guys were really going through it these first couple of days, trying to get through it. You did have a trine yesterday with the energy of Neptune in Pisces, so hopefully that was able to calm some things down, but it probably triggered you guys into as far as a lot of dreams, right? Because Neptune is also responsible for some of the different moon energy that we have, and then obviously that just kind of amplified with Pisces trying to jump in there, and Pisces moon energy about, I want to say, kind of like where things are were for you as far as sacrifice, like what you felt like you really needed to give up. So that was a lot of push-pull. And of course today's energy, we have a little bit of some calm with some different things that were coming in, but we'll get into it. So let's go through the 1st through the 5th here. Whoops, I beg your pardon. I totally fat fingered that. 1st through the 5th, I'll pull in the different astrologies, and of course we'll do clarifiers on all the different stuff that is here. Okay? All right, Cancer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cancer, 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 Cancer. Here we go. Ah! Yeah. All right, one more. Yeah. Wow. So, not everybody explains what goes on with the cut cards when you're taking a look at doing them in a different way. The Queen of Cups popped through on each one of the different triples of the cut cards that I did. So what that indicates is, again, a lot of emotional feels, a lot of getting through something really, really quickly. But the specifics. So you did have the Emperor that showed up for you on the 1st. Organization, leadership comes up as far as the main theme with the Emperor. It's very possible that you're dealing with or have Aries in your chart. Tuesday, yesterday's energy, we have the Knight of Cups coming through. We have the energy of someone trying to bring you something that's very emotionally stable. Loving messages potentially, it doesn't have to be, but there's definitely messages that are being delivered. And then today we have the energy of the 4 of Swords. So the 4 of Swords energy is kind of like rest after battle, if you will. It is also an opportunity to receive additional information from your guides, as far as, you know, what else you need to be able to do. Saturday's energy looks pretty interesting. You've got the 10 of Wands. I'm super excited about that one. Now let's pull out the card for the 5th on Sunday here, and let's see what we've got, please. Bam! Queen of Cups. Now, it wants to be paired with the Chariot. Both of these presented in the reverse position. So Sunday's got some stuff going on here. Okay? I'll just move these over to, let's put them over here so I can grab them. Okay. Yeah, you're just going to be tired after you drop whatever this particular situation was. But Cancer, whatever you're dropping on Sunday, and I know it sounds weird that we're going backwards, but whatever it is that you're dropping on Saturday and getting over was for you. This was not something that was for you. You have to be able to understand and appreciate that one. And you know, anytime something new comes in, then something old has to go. So let's take a look at next week when we get there. But yes, Thursday's, Wednesday, good Lord, woman, words. Wednesday the 1st energy with the Emperor. Let's go ahead and pull our clarifiers. I'm just going to move these little guys out of the way so I have a little bit more space. The energy of the Emperor. Let's see what would have potentially been going on in your world with that day. So again, you've got this square that would have showed up. Now Libra also showed up with Mercury on this day. And so Libra wanting to come in and bring balance and harmony to some different things, with Mercury chatting in her ear about what really needs to be done is kind of an important thing that I'm pulling out of this for you. But again, that whole Chiron in Aries, I think, is the biggest issue that shows up here with the Emperor that shows up right on time. So you are being forced to deal with something with the Moon in your house here. Let's see what we got. the Emperor for our Cancer. First card out. Seven of Cups. Shows up in the reverse position, so there was a decision that had to be rendered. Ace of Wands in the reverse position. Timing is what I get out of that. Something not a choice that you made but wasn't very passionate potentially for some, but a choice was made nonetheless. So Chiron and Aries, again, it wants you to own your portion of the situation. High Priestess in the reverse position, yeah. So something needed to come out, something needed to be revealed. And I do feel that this is you in one essence, like revealing what it is that you knew not to be right. So basically you were faced with a choice. You may not have really wanted to jump into this opportunity, but you needed to, and you needed to do it because you knew from the better aspect of it, this was the right thing to do for you at the time. So that leads you into the energy of what was going on Thursday. So of course you still have this energy that's still into play that carries over. And the other big square that comes in again is, again, that Mercury and Libra conversation. But then you did have a little bit of a break, like I said, with the whole Neptune and Pisces energy that's coming through. So that's that cup emotional energy that is here. So what we have here, hey, there we go. We've got the Chariot. So there you are. It's possible you're also dealing with another Cancer. Sorry. There's a few that want to come out together. They're just not in order. I can feel it. Four of Wands in the upright position. So a proposal of some sort coming together. Happy times. I say proposal. It doesn't necessarily have to mean marriage proposal. It could be a business proposal as well. But basically it's talking about joy. Let's get forward here. You want it to be that one. Three of Swords comes up here. Let's see. One more. Why is the Three of Swords here? Okay. The Patience is here. Sagittarius is here. So the reason that this Three of Swords comes up in this particular reading is because it's trying to indicate timing. So you need to be patient because within 3 weeks there's going to be another situation that pops up for you. So again, end of the month when you come back into your season, this is where we're at, okay? So there is something joyous. There is a fast forward momentum here. There's potentially moving of house for some people, not for everyone. This won't resonate with everyone, but there's a potential for moving house for some people. But there's definitely this energy of the cup, the Knight of Cups coming in here, talking about more pleasurable times, and hopefully there would have been some sort of a celebration that was going on for you on Thursday. But at the end of the day, there is something else on the horizon for you within 3 weeks with this Temperance Sagittarius card that pops up here. So let's get into the energy of today. Friday's energy is the energy of the Four of what do you call them? Swords? Sorry. So the Four of Swords energy. Okay, so what's happening is that's obviously a lot of emotional activity that you've been through in the past couple of days, right? So the Four of Swords is like rest after battle. So here's the two things. First, we have the Sun in Virgo, and then it's doing its little lineup and conversation with that whole Aries, Chiron and Aries situation. But the other thing that pops up today is that huge transition again with Mercury talking to Libra about what needs to come up as far as balance in a situation with the Neptunian energy with Pisces. So what does Libra want to come in and give Cancer that will be balanced and loving? That's the conversation that's going on in the cosmos there. The other thing that shows up is that the Moon is going to start to transition into the sign of Leo. So there's a lot of self-will activity, action that could potentially be going on for some people, and that's already a lot. So the universe is saying on this day, today, before you go to bed, there is an opportunity for you to go in and receive additional information from your team. Because this has been a lot of emotional and mental energy for you as well. So you're tired in one sense, and it is necessary to take those respites when you're given those opportunities. very often, especially when it shows up in the mid of a reading, you are going to be receiving additional downloads. So you do need to make sure that you are taking advantage of that. Have your notes next to you, a notepad next to you, so that when you are waking up tomorrow, Saturday, you can jot down anything that was important from your dreams. Come on, you guys. I'm not taking half the deck with me. The first card that pops out is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. So what that indicates is that there is a choice that needs to be made. Something might not be in balance. So that conversation that Libra is having with Mercury is identifying what's not in balance for you right now. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles in reverse means you're realizing that, and something will be revealed to you about what needs to go. Okay, that Two of Pentacles. What else do we have for our Cancer? Muriel. Is there anything else? Yeah, okay. The Three of Pentacles shows up as well. So you're going to be going through this trick really, really quickly. One more. It's this one. Yep. The Star card comes out, Aquarius energy for sure. So the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, indicating rapid succession, and then you get this gorgeous energy of the Star card with that Four of Swords that's sitting there. So one of the things that's happening right now is that while the moon is in Cancer, it's also having this conversation with Jupiter in Aquarius. And Jupiter, obviously, we're talking about doing some expansion, and you're being asked for the opportunity for second chances and things like that, that Jupiter Wheel of Fortune moment, to think about all of the things that you need to call into your existence with that Aquarius energy coming up. And I know that they're going to tell you to play some of that energy on Monday when we get to the new moon in Virgo. However, what they're also saying for very many of you, that Aquarian energy that's coming in is also giving you that whole balancing act that needs to be supported. So there's also a healing that's going to be in this evening for you from the universe, this Aquarian energy. And yes, naturally, some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. We're just going to put the signage that is out there. So for right now, Jupiter is saying that whilst you're resting and whilst you're getting your, that whole situation going on here, there's something with regards to a thought process about a collaboration with that Three of Pentacles to put it out there as far as what that card is actually talking about. It's not slowing your expansion down. The threes are all about expansion. September is an expansion month. If I didn't say that the numerology was a 3 month, it is expansion, push, pull, tug, or toe. You're going to be pushed into something because it's going to start ramping things up for you, and some things have to go in order to make more space. You got to have more fuel in your jet to get off into this next location, right? So I don't find this negative energy going from the 2 to the 3. So it is saying that you're going through this change very, very quickly, like I mentioned before. So just utilize the energy of the Star. Just understand that wishes can be made. Wishes that you want are being revealed, and it's going to tell you what needs to go out of your environment, okay? So then we get to the energy of Saturday, and you've made a lot of progress, because now you've got the Ten of Wands that's sitting here in the reverse position. And so on Saturday, we don't really have a lot of fire energy in the natal chart, at least the details that I'm looking at, okay? There's not a lot of fire energy that it's going through a lot of specific transits at this moment. So this definitely means that you yourself are dropping something that no longer serves you. So I'm going to tell you the 2 trines that are showing up again, because this is pretty sexy in my opinion. Now you've got Mercury in Libra, okay, as a juicy trine, okay, having this conversation with Saturn in Aquarius. Okay, so that's gorgeous energy on that day. And then the other trine that shows up for you is the Moon in Leo still having that conversation with Chiron and Aries. So what's happening is that that put up or shut up energy that really kind of needed, you have kind of cleaned up from the past. Now you're understanding what needs to happen, and you're at a point where you're dropping something that's been a little bit challenging, a little bit maybe painful, a lot of responsibility for taking. I get the feeling that you're taking care of something that you're taking care of. How do I want to say this, Muriel? Taking care of other people's problems. Taking care of other people's problems. Okay, so being a caretaker in one way, shape, fashion, or form, you may not be wanting to do the different parts of the activities that you're involved with, but the caretaking aspect of it is the least portion. It's there's other things that go along with it, but that's what she said. She said that you're dealing with other people's problems is going to be relieved from you. So let's see what we've got here. Judgment pops up. Now it's in the sideways position, so that means that you're almost there. So judgment is the energy of Pluto that shows up, and of course it's showing up on the day that it's supposed to show up in one aspect, okay? Because what you have to be able to realize is that in order for judgment to show up and it wants those changes to occur in your life, you have to be all the way ready to receive the gift of the second opportunity, the rebirth, right? Okay. King of Cups energy kind of comes into play here, my friends. So you will be back on top of it. I feel whether you're male or female, the King of Cups is you in this position, being able to go, and I'm not going to let anything piss me off today. Going to be completely available to do the things. Now we do have the Three of Wands that shows up in the reverse position. I'm told to take one more, so I'm going to take this one that started to show up. Yeah, there is a new communication. Someone is coming in. There's a message coming in for you on Saturday. Now with both of the threes showing up in the reverse position, I got to go back to that Three of Swords because this is a timepiece for me. You've got 333 sitting on the board, okay? You've got the swords, you've got the pentacles, and now you've got the wands. 333. This is telling me 3 weeks from now, you very strongly are going to be put into a very new, interesting position. So let's go ahead and push on. Let's push on. And let's get into the energy of Sunday. So again, the energy of Sunday that shows up here is, yes, this is you as the King of Cups. Now, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden you swapped and now you're big. There's a lot of energy that's going on here. You're also considering perhaps a message that's coming through from this page, perhaps with something that could be a new proposal or an opportunity or conversation coming from you that just kind of makes you go backwards just a little bit on the next day. Sunday's energy is a very heavily laden with Leo's energy. So Leo's energy is about that self-will and motivation and all those different types of things that come into play. But it also has the energy of the Pluto in Capricorn, which I think also is the reason why this little dude is showing up, because it's going to like smooch over into the next day. And that can be important because when Mercury is still having that conversation with Libra, and again, we're really talking about judgment, we're really talking about Pluto in Capricorn, what is it that you really have to let go of? That one wants to come out. Nine of Pentacles shows up. Well, you definitely don't want to give up your independence, because that's one of the things that means, okay? Definitely not wanting to give up your independence. Let's see what else we have here. How do you want me to read this? Over. Okay, got it. So Libra is here talking to you about justification for your independence. That's the grouping that shows up here, okay? The Eight of Cups shows up with the King of Wands at this particular moment. So it's possible that you have a different fire sign that you are dealing with as a potential. But with the Eight of Cups that shows up in there may be a tendency for you to go back and take a look at something else, take a look at some different details, make sure that things are buttoned up. In my opinion, it's almost the same mini version as the World card, meaning that if it shows up in this, you have one last opportunity to go and take a look at something that might need to be buttoned up, okay? Otherwise, yeah, This is you in your feels realizing what needs to get done. And if you are dealing with the fire sign, the other aspect of it is the King of Wands coming in the reverse position is a slow back. It's like, instead of going super, super fast, we're going to just, pull this puppy back just a little bit, and we're going to marinate. We're going to review details, and all T's being crossed and all I's dotted, and like little details. So there's something that you're going to have to go back and take just a quick review on. So we're going to jump into the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Muriel, please help me understand what who's approaching and what is their message. What needs to be reviewed, please? Who is approaching our Cancer on Saturday? Whoa! Holy buckets of snot. Well, so these are the three that came out. We have guess who shows up? Mercury in Libra. Influence is what this card is called. Mercury in Libra is here on this particular day, and the influence card is talking to you about there could be someone coming in to influence you to do something, okay? Who it is you're going to have to figure that out. The other thing is that this Mars in Leo, whoever this individual is full of ego, or they're trying to drop their ego, okay? So there's something going on with ego with whoever it is that's approaching you. You'll know who it is. And then we have this whole conversation with Jupiter in Aquarius showing up, innovation. So this definitely has something to do with someone trying to get your attention to do a new project, some sort of a new collaboration. And you, in one sense, are trying to hold your ground, but by knowing that there's something that you are involved with, and you want to be all about what you want to be all about. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Talk to me about what this review session is here when we get to Sunday then for our Cancer. Okie dokie. Holy buckets of snot. Here we go. Okay. Now, the risk card shows up in between Saturday and Sunday. So the risk card shows up, that's that whole world energy with, meaning Saturn's expansion with this Chiron and Aries that shows up. That's what this card is all about. And there are risks that you should take in life. There really are. I mean, you can't grow unless you grow. But you have to really calculate the risk of the opportunity that shows up. So potentially this is what's coming up. Someone's trying to, again, present you with an option, an idea about something that they want you to get involved with. So here's the remainder of the conversation. The Aries energy, okay, this other person that's coming through, this Mercury in Aries, this person is chomping at the bit, okay, or had been chomping at the bit. They have a lot of restless energy within them, within this messaging that they're bringing towards you. There is the energy here of Mercury in Scorpio. Scorpio is going to come into play the following week, but there's something that you really do have to take a look at. That is why the Eight of Cups showed up, because portion of it might seem like grand and big and extreme. And you know what they say sometimes things that look too good to be true really have challenges with them. You know what I'm saying, right? So there's something that might need to be looked at. And then the Moon and Leo, this is where the appreciation card kind of comes into play when we get into Sunday. There's an appreciation that comes here on this particular day. And this really does have, I feel, a lot to do with that whole Piscean, Neptunian energy that's there. There's an appreciation aspect for realizing and having advance notice of who this person is that's coming, that's really going to set you apart. So this isn't as much of you being out of sorts as much as it is that you are going to not be as passive on this particular day when it comes to reviewing the different details that come through. Now, just because the Chariot card shows up in the reverse position indicating, oh, this is not really the right time, this is the risk that's associated with jumping up all in without stopping to review. Does that make sense? Okay, that makes sense to me. This is an indicator of it strongly as you being in, make sure that you're in control. Maintaining your independence is the justified action on this particular day, Sunday coming up here. And yeah, you might need to review who this King of Wands energy is, okay? But you're controlling the boat at this moment if you can slow this energy down. Good advice, Muriel. Thank you. We like that. Okay, so that's this week. Let us move these things out of the way, and we'll go ahead and jump into the energy of the 6th through the 12th. Okay, just move these dudes up here. Okay, move you up here. That's a lot of good energy there. Okay, so we first want to go in and pull a different card. Again, revealing your radiance. My light illuminates through the world. There is something that is on its way that is all about you. Okay, let's take a look here. Cancer, Muriel, which is the best card for them? Woo! Where'd you go? I saw it flip. One more time for the people in the back row, because I am not going to pick. It's not how we roll over here. Muriel, strongly. Ah, there it is. Curiosity. Yeah. What this boils down to with whoever is approaching you this particular weekend, it's all about the curiosity of the situation. So curiosity is good. Curiosity is good. Calculated risks are good, but you have enough opportunity to drive the boat, okay? All right, here we go. Thank you, Muriel. All right, so we'll move those dudes out of the way. Now we get to the juicy energy of the 6th, right? So we obviously know that it's Labor Day, but not everybody gets the benefit of having the day off. So if you do get the day off, be grateful for that, right? It is the new moon in Virgo, so new moon wishes, and I would tell you to try to expand it out, not from just the next 30 days, expand it out as fast as you can. Now, did I say it in this reading? I don't know if I did. We do still have 5 planets in retrograde, and it will be 6 because because Mercury is going retrograde at the end of the month. So I really feel this is one of the reasons why you're being pushed with these different opportunities now, so that when you go back into your strength at the end of the month, you will have gone through as many of the different details and rapid changes and development that you needed to go through in order to, be in your magically delicious position. I feel like there's one that slipped over. I'm sorry, that's just the anal retentive Virgo in me that wants to make sure that it looks right. Moving forward. Okay, here we go. Muriel, this is going to be for our Cancer, the 6th through the 12th. Here we go. So in general, we've got the 6th, and you guys know about that. The 9th is a portal day, so if you don't take advantage of new moon wishes, but you will, then the 9 of the 9 is going to be another really, really good day. Libra, well, we've got the trine with the moon and Pluto, so we've talked about that. The moon is going to be doing some dances with where Pluto is, but then we've got that trine that happens with the Aquarius Saturn energy. So that's going to be a really, really good day for people, because it's really going to shine the light on things that are going to expand for you. Okay, nice. 9/11 is actually going to be a great day, especially towards the late afternoon into the evening. It's just really going to be a great day. You want this one? We do have the energy of 9 to 9 also seeing a lot of people have their come up in some different kind of way. This is a really good day where promotions and getting together with parties and things of that nature are going to be in a lot of people's they're going to be able to grab that. Let's grab Friday the 10th. So let's move these up just enough. Can you see that? Can you guys still see them? Yes, I can move up just this much. I wanted to get Saturday and Sunday down here, and then we'll go through all the cards. Okay. Another double for Sunday. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. The bottom of the deck for the entire reading, I wasn't going to go into right meow, but I'm going to, because I think it's important that you have an appreciation and an understanding of this. Ten of Swords in the reverse position, offer coming through, Four of Cups, Queen of Wands coming through, entrepreneurial work type of energy. Again, the timepiece shows up within 3 weeks, okay? So there is an opportunity for some of you that is really getting ready to show itself. Now, on Monday, we have the energy of the Six of Rods in the upright position. On Tuesday, we have the energy of the Two of Swords in the upright position. On Wednesday, we have the energy of the Page of Swords in the reverse position. So you may not have a lot of messaging that's coming through on this particular day. On the Nine of the Nine, we have the Magician that shows up in the reverse position. On Friday the 10th, we have the Three of Pentacles that shows back up. On the 11th, what we have is the Strength card coming through, Major Arcana. And then on Sunday, you have the King of Wands in the reverse position with the Three of Cups. You literally have all the threes on the deck. So 33, 33, 333. It really is indicating strongly time for you, Cancer, okay? And so if we sit down and we take a look at this, then yes, you are definitely going to be presented something before the end of the month. And so that's what's up. Let's take a look to see what's happening on Monday. Let me move these cards out of the way so I can have I want to have them in my, I'll just put them here. I'll move them over here so I can see what's going on. Move these dudes over here. Okay. We got the Moon and Virgo. I'm just going through real quick and just taking a look at my notes to make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah, everything is just juicy on this particular day. There's like 4 trines. And so trines are juicy energy. There's 4 trines that show up here. So you've got the King, or the Six of Wands in the upright position. So if you've been challenged with the communication with someone, and maybe you're doing holiday with someone and your family over the weekend, I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with a basic scenario with you. You managed all of this energy that you got Friday and Saturday. That was a little bit interesting, right? So as of Monday, you're being seen as head and shoulders above the web. This is victory. It doesn't matter what shape it comes in. It's still victory, okay? Therefore, when you get to the energy of Tuesday, there is a decision that needs to be made. But what's happening is that Virgo is got another juicy trine, because there's no negativity that shows up here. Virgo has another juicy trine again with that whole Pluto in Capricorn. So you're going to be presented with an opportunity. A choice will need to be made here. The only thing I ever tell people is that with the Two of Swords, okay, there's a decision that needs to be made between your intellect and your heart space, your head and your heart. That will be helpful. When it gets to the Wednesday, we will have switched positions. And this is also one of the deals, because Libra is going to transition into the moon sign late, like 11:30 at night. So I don't know how late you stay up, but I do feel that this is Libra coming in here to try to help balance something that needs to get done. Wednesday, when she's here, all up and through this Wednesday and Thursday, there is no, like, I would say, negativity that shows up with Libra. I mean, everything that's coming up on Wednesday is like a really, really juicy energy, right? You do have one trine that shows up, and that's the Saturn Aquarius energy that shows up with Libra. So when the Page of Wands shows up in the reverse position, again, it's not like as strong as the King of Wands being pulled backwards, but there is an opportunity for you to review the messages that are coming in. And or if you were expecting some additional chitter chatter, just know that it's probably not going to be showing up that day. No messages coming in. When we get to the Nine of the Nine, we do have a couple things coming up here. So this is where you probably want to just take a little extra step here, okay? This is a really good time to be doing projects, working on groups, This is a lot of, like I said, people will be getting their glow up. There could be lots of different types of things that show up on this particular day because of the trine that happens with the moon in Libra and this whole Jupiter now coming in here in the Aquarius sign, okay? The square that pops up on this day is where Pluto and Capricorn comes in. And then later on in that evening is where the moon starts to enter into the sign of Scorpio. So the Magician in the reverse position means, for me, the way I'm reading this, you definitely need to be aware of the energies that are around you on this particular day. And it means that you're not really putting a lot of effort into doing manifestation, really trying to call things into yourself if it isn't someone else that we have to be worried about. And that's okay. If you felt like, you know, you either needed to back off or someone else was backing off of information that may have had something to do with this information wanting to come in on the 9th, that's fine. We'll clarify. But either way, when you get to the 10th here, when you get to Friday, now we have this energy of collaboration again, right? So now we have Scorpio that's in the mix, and Scorpio is in the mix, and Scorpio is the death card. We know about that. Scorpio wants to come in and have this conversation now with you about what's practical. Now, Scorpio does have a dance going on with Taurus and Pluto at this particular moment. So now it's the practical information, that tangible, touchable thing that, you know, Taurus is all about, with what is it that you're trying to rebirth. So physical, tangible, touchable things, right? So this is a great combination of this day, this 3 of Pentacles that is here. When we get to Saturday, 9/11 is actually a very good day. I told you guys this. You got the Strength card that's here. So 9/11, we've got the moon in Scorpio at this particular moment doing its dance with Capricorn and Pluto, this expansive nature about what needs to go, what needs to stay. So when the Strength card comes up, you know, the Strength card is very good because it means a couple of different things. One, there's a healing that's on its way for you. 2 is that you are strong enough to get through whatever this new situation that's being presented to you on this particular moment. And 3, that you are taming the beast within. You're taming the different things that you have to be able to realize. So this conversations with Libra and now into Scorpio, like trying to change, or not change, but raise to your level of awareness those things that really need to kind of come up, right, that are starting to surface. I love this card for that whole situation. So therefore, when you get to Sunday, okay, again, we got the King of Wands now that shows up in the reverse position, okay? Slowing some things down. It's possible that someone that may have been a little bit pushy or aggressive in the past is going to kind of come down a little bit off their high horse, just so you know, if you are dealing with a fire sign. It could be a Leo, although it very much could be a Leo, but it could also be Sagittarius. It could be Aries, but I feel more Leo energy out of this whole situation regardless. There is also a reason to celebrate potentially on this day, but again, the 3 for me is very much indicative of the fact that you've got something heavy on its way, and it's not ready to show up yet because this King is in the reverse position, but in 3 weeks the Queen of Wands is in the upright. So if that helps you at all. So let's move these dudes down here real quick, and then let's focus on the clarifiers. What's going on the 6th for our Cancer? Show me the victory. Show me the happiness. Show me the happiness of the holiday. Okay, 9 of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant in the reverse position. So that's Taurus energy that's showing up. The 9 of Swords is indicating lack of anxiety, lack of major issues. It's whatever challenges were going on were, you know, maybe very temporary. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. It's also, she said take it literally, organization from the Hierophant, getting a day off of work. But also not having any commitments being made, okay? Woohoo! Aries energy shows up here. So, the Emperor is coming in talking about your self-will. So, you know, for some of you, this will make sense, and some of you it won't. The Emperor is talking about kind of really getting your, and I really feel it needs to be like this. The Emperor is going to be reminding you while you need to be going in and taking the rest with the Hierophant and the Hermit, when they're both in the reverse position, can indicate kind of being a little bit of a loner. That's not necessarily bad things, because sometimes you are the only one that can make things happen. Do you know what I mean? But with Aries popping in here, if it's not an Aries that you're dealing with or you don't have Aries in your chart, whatever was going on challenging in the past is gone. It would have shown itself as temporary and fleeting. And then the Hierophant coming in here is just saying to you that there wasn't a level of commitment with something that was going on. There's no long-term commitments that need to be made on this particular day. Muriel, can I get one more on this, please? This is the Page of Cups, so this is new emotional experiences coming through. Listen, this could mean like 1,500 different things, but I'm just going to leave it at that. So there could be a new experience or new emotional experience that's coming in. You could be the leader of the pack with that. But there is somebody that's coming in. I do feel that whatever is going on here, you're going to have the organized thought process about what needs to occur. How I feel that this goes, to be perfectly honest with you, is that the Emperor goes with the Nine of Swords. Whatever the success is for you, this Nine of Swords that was challenging you or troubling you in the past is no longer a factor. You're in Aries energy right now, which is, mastering organization and your self-will. But again, they're telling me 333. Okay, so this is also saying that you're going to be. They're talking about timing again for you. God, you guys are just tying everything in together today. Okay, what else? The Hierophant that's showing up here is not a commitment at this particular new cup of love. Again, timing card. It's just lack of commitment. There is an opportunity for higher knowledge and higher learning, but it doesn't look like this is the day for it, and that's fine. Let's move on to Tuesday's energy with this Two of Swords. This Two of Swords energy that we have. What's the harsh decision, or what's the details here? We got the Strength card, so we got Leo. Okay. Oops. Whoa. We got the Empress in here in the reverse position. So, Venus, Libra Taurus energy, but we got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Give me just a second. So you are in the energy, or someone in your energy is at the point where that temporary situation that you had to take on, that you had to do for again, temporary situation, very much that Nine of Swords. You're gathering the strength. You're gathering the strength within you. Okay, that Leo energy. Again, if you're dealing with the Leo, this could be something different. But you're gathering the strength within you at this particular moment, and now you're willing to put more effort into achieving what the Queen of Pentacles wants to be able to provide you. There's work and effort that must be done. When the Empress shows up in the reverse position, it's talking about having to go and chase something in a way, like having to put a lot of effort into getting something done. So the decision that looks like has to be made is, are you willing to put in as much effort that is coming forward to you or being presented to you at this particular moment? That's a decision that you have to make, but there is one more card that's in here for you. Someone's really putting the pressure on you, buddy. So we have this progression from this Page of Cups into this Knight of Cups. Someone's really putting the pressure on you, is what I can see here. Does it look better this way? It doesn't. Please, oh pretty please. With sugar on top with that Knight of Cups that's coming through. So you really have a strong and hard decision to make about whatever it is that's being presented to you on this particular day on Tuesday. It's a lot. I do see someone coming in and saying and seeing that you have a lot of these things, and they're trying to get you onto their side of the fence, their side of the team. Let's move on. Therefore, when the Page of Wands shows up here, on Wednesday. Again, Libra energy all over the place. I mean, you can't, Libra's talking to every sign that's out there, to every constellation, Chiron in Aries, Saturn in Aquarius, then Mercury in Libra, and the Moon in Libra is coming in. So there's a lot of conversation about what's necessary for balance. And then the whole dance with Neptune in Taurus as well. So let's figure out what's going on with this Page of Wands for our Cancer. Ten of Swords, okay, like that. Two of Wands, there's another choice you're contemplating. Okay, I'm going to take all of these cards, but hold on. No, I'm not. I'm just going to take these ones that are here because I went and fouled up the whole situation. We're going to take these four that showed up here. So we got the Ten of Pentacles in the upright, and then we've got the Six of Wands in the reverse position. Now, I'm never going to tell somebody what they have to do when it comes to their money. I will never do that. I can just give you the suggestion of what's going on here for your consideration, okay? What I can tell you is that somebody is approaching you. This Page of Cups is really putting the pressure on you. And there's a level of work that needs to be considered here. And so what the universe is saying is that the reason there's a slowdown of energy, you could be receiving less conversation going on, no messaging coming in. You may perhaps want to have more information from this new proposal, but with the Ten of Pentacles, with the Six of Wands in the reverse position, it's not a very good combination. I'll just put it that way. The Ten of Swords that's coming through here with this Two of Wands is indicating there's going to be enough information within yourself at this particular moment to really discern. How do I say this, Muriel? Fly-by-night opportunity can yield a lot of income at first, but it's not long term, if that makes any sense. So really kind of weigh the options. So again, and that's why I don't tell people what to do when it comes to money, because when you get the Two of Wands energy, you can make any choice that you want. Again, progressive energy. You go from the page. There's a lot of progressive and quick energy with this. When you get the Two of Wands, you can do whatever you want. The universe says, yeah, there's a path laid out for you to the left, and there's a path laid out to you towards the right. It's whatever makes most sense and comfort for you. At the end of the day, they both lead to the same ending point, so do what feels more comfortable for you. But there is this energy of the Ten of Swords, like, you know, relieving yourself from... You're relieving yourself. Sorry. Releasing yourself from any mental stagnancy, getting rid of the feeling that someone may have not have had your back in the past, all that different kind of stuff that the Ten of Swords represents. So I would just say, use your brain power on this particular day. Let's move over to the Nine of the Nine. And now I understand why another potential why the Magician is in the reverse position. So the Magician represents Mercury, right? Mercury's chat. So the Knight of the Nine, this is really going to be up to you, is what it boils down to. This person that's approaching you, however, because the Nine of a Nine is a really, really good day, okay? You just have to be in a position where you're trying to call into yourself what it is that you want that's going to balance you in the longer term. And if that's creating confusion for you as the individual, then that makes a lot of sense. Otherwise, be wary of this page coming into the positioning here about quick, fast money. Because I don't feel that the page or the knight is you at all. Okay, let's find out what's going on with the Magic Man. Well, I said what I said. We got the Magician on the Magician. I'm done. Okay. I said what I said. Okay, we'll move that over. Move this over. Let's get to this 3 on Friday. Okay, let's get to this 3 of Pentacles on Friday. This opportunity for collaboration. We will still have Mercury now chatting with Libra on this day about the Pentacle information that's coming in with Uranus. Now Uranus is coming into play. No, is that Uranus? Let me double check my notes. No, it's not Uranus. I'm sorry. No, it is Uranus. Sorry, the energy of the Fool. New things. Yes, new tangible, touchable things with Taurus and Mercury chatting in Libra's ear about what those things are going to be. Okay? Tangible, touchable things. Let's see what we've got. Almost put a hex on the whole thing. Death card. Time for change. Okay? Scorpio is definitely in play, and there's a huge square with Aquarian energy in Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, but that square comes into play and kind of opposes a little bit. So a lot of conversation. So Scorpio energy, death energy, wanting to end something that's old so that something new can come in. Here we go. The new that wants to come in now is the Knight of Wands. Okay? There's your message. The Hermit also shows up in the reverse position. Virgo in the reverse position could be that you're feeling a little bit like a loner. That's why I said it earlier. Virgo and Taurus, when they're in Virgo, well, the Hierophant and the Hermit in the reverse position. Virgo and Taurus, when they are in reverse, those grounded energies, it's kind of like they're being loners. Okay, so you kind of have to watch out for that energy. Because we have 2 majors, I'm going to go one more. Okay, Muriel is telling me to tell you that another perspective for a couple of you that are going to watch is that there is going to be another opportunity and conversation coming through, and there will have been a lot of contemplation with it at this point, so some people could feel like they have all the details that they need. King of Swords in reverse, and this Wheel of Fortune is just talking about the placement for Jupiter coming in. Okay, that's basically what that means. So, death to the old, new messaging coming through about a new opportunity. It's possible that you have been in hermit mode, like coming into the thought process about it, and you have thought it head mentally and within your heart. Okay. Because when the King of Swords shows up in the upright, what we are saying is that he's very intellectual, but he's also in his heart space. He's a little bit more gentle than the Queen of Swords. Okay, so it's possible that that is the learning that you receive from this, and it did have something to do with the Wheel of Fortune, another opportunity coming around the door for you. Very interesting. We will do clarifiers on these for sure. Let's get to the energy of Saturday for you with the Strength card that shows up. And now we're in Scorpio mode for sure, for sure, for sure. Change, 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 change. We have the Moon in Scorpio doing a square, though, with the Aquarius energy in Jupiter. Okay? So, that expansiveness. What are we really trying to bring to the surface that needs to be changed? What is it that we can change to create this other opportunity? Okay. We got victory showing up here. All the things, people. All the things. So definitely for some of you, you are definitely harnessing the energy of Leo, but some of you are actually dealing with the Leo as well. You figured out what it is that you want. You figured out how to say what you need to say. Throat chakra is wide the frick open right now. Communication is very, very strong. Okay. Health, wealth, vitality, just good times. Do you want to end this one as well? Got it. Holy buckets. There's a lot. Here we go. Okay. We got a whole story. I am here for it. First combo. With regards to work, Queen of Pentacles energy is showing up here. So this is telling you that there is an opportunity for this to show up here. This is clarifying that. It's work. Literally, the Eight of Pentacles is work and project, continuing to work on project, literal, physical work. The other thing that shows up here is the World card with the Four of Swords. These are both in the reverse position, but we have the Lovers that is in the upright position. So let me show you these, because remember we had the Four of Swords being received before here, okay, and there was a dropping of something that was going on that no longer served you, okay. So the Four of Swords now says, by this time you will have received enough information from the universe so that you can finish your resting period. And if for some of you, and this is not going to make sense to everyone either, but if some of you had to go through a breakup or a temporary break of a situation, you guys are definitely finishing your aspect, because the World is here in the reverse position and the Lovers are upright, meaning that there is unfinished business between the two of you. Therefore, the relationship needs to remain. Now, you take that into a different situation and you talk about this new potential that's coming up with in a work process. What I do feel is that this is definitely the new person shining some new light on the situation as far as this new opportunity is concerned, if that helps you at all. Okay, that is a lot, universe. And then we're going to hit the Sunday energy that shows up here real quick with this Knight of Wands energy and this Three of Cups. So again, Sunday is when we start to see the fire energy that comes through. The moon enters into Sagittarius early in the morning, and it's going to start doing its little dance now with the what do you call that planet? Saturn. And then Chiron and Aries does come up with the juicy trine. So the moon in Sagittarius has got this dance now with, you would have learned your lesson, or you would have learned what your part in this whole situation was. Okay. Let me grab, here they are. Let's grab a couple more cards. Ten of Wands. Burdens being dropped again. Almost done with your situation. Yeah, you made your decision. Looks like you made your decision. Okay. And whatever the decision is, it looks like that you have reduced and released yourself from any conflict. I like that. I do like that energy. Okay, I do. So I want to clarify for sure this stack here. Muriel, this is a lot going on, so I could appreciate any information that you can give me on this strength card and these pairings that we have here, please. Okay. Submission. This is the energy of Venus in Pisces energy. So this has come up for a couple of different people in a couple of different ways. If you can see that little bird in the cage, but the door is really wide open, Venus wants for you to appreciate that you don't have to be in this cage. You can set yourself free at any particular moment that you want. So what are you letting hold you back? What's inside that cage that is so sexy that you wouldn't like pop out of the door? That's the conversation. Okay. So some of you are going to be asked to come into yourself. The sun in Cancer shows up here. This is called resourcefulness. Okay, so some of you are calling all of that into yourself on this day. Now, here's the other things that show up here. We've got the moon in Leo, called fortune. Okay, and we also have the sun in Virgo, health. So these two cards presented themselves in the reverse position, so there is definitely emphasis that needs to get put on not burning yourself out, not burning the candle at both ends with whatever presents itself to you on this particular Sunday. That's all it means. But at the end of the day, you are going to be having a kick-ass. You're going to be having a very, very lovely, 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 lovely Saturday. The 9/11. Like I said, 9/11 is an auspicious day anyway. Saturday's the huge Friday's the big day in my opinion, where it's like kind of like deal with all the different things that are showing up here for you. That's a lot with that coming together card, that 3 that shows up here. There's just a lot. There's so much energy. The moon is in Scorpio and it's doing this square, like I said, with the whole Saturn in Aquarius. And that's a lot of energy on its own. Is there anything else you want me to grab from this deck, Muriel? Okay. She says no. So we're going to move on to our last oracle here for our Cancer. Make sure I've got everything. I do. Whoa! Good advice. Thank you, both of them. Thank you. So the first the first card says Peacock. Raise your standards. Whatever that is for you, whatever you would like to call into existence, make sure that you're capable of raising your standards. Make sure that people are meeting you where you want to be. Raise your standards and make people meet you there, okay? And otherwise, creative wonderment comes up. It's talking about following your passion. Follow your passion, raise your standards. There's nothing wrong with being curious about anything. Explore all the different opportunities that are out there for you. At the end of the day, you're the only one that can make the decision that's going to be best for you. And your light illuminates the world, right? Revealing your radiance. Now, woman, here we go. There is probably another message that is in here, so I'm just going to cap this off by taking a look at that. Look at that, turned right to the page. Yeah, you're expanding. You're definitely expanding. There's a luminosity within you that's expanding. It illuminates others and brings light into the darkness. And your radiance also acts as a sacred beacon that calls the bounty and support of the universe to you. So there's something very, very special about that. And even if you've been feeling like a little, I call it schlumperdink, lackluster, not really feeling the love, there is something vibrant and shimmering. It's time to be still and welcome the light that's revealing itself to you. Own your radiance, and the rays will expand to the farthest reaches of time and space. When you shine brightly from your heart and the bounty of the universe showers you with blessings, you become the light, okay? So the question to yourself is, how can I shine even more brightly? Who helps me shine and who dims my light? Yeah, having to figure out who's got to stay and who's got to go. What do I need to clear out of my life so I can shine even brighter? This is the entire encapsulation of what's going on here with that whole Pluto, Capricorn, Scorpio mix about, like, you know, that subconscious stuff that wants things to go. Chiron and Aries asking you to own your stuff, your personal responsibility in it so that you can make these shifts. Oh, what an awesome reading, you guys. Okay, so Cancer, that was a lot, but that's what I've got. So this is going to serve again for Sun, Moon, Rising for Cancer from now until the 12th. And then we will do the 15th through the 30th, the next big reading that I do, unless there's some additional bonuses that I'm called to put together for you. I hope that you were able to resonate with the big portion of this. If you did, please make sure that you support the channel by at least giving me a like. You can share this content out with other individuals, and you can always comment below. I love reading people's comments. It makes me feel good about what it is that we're doing here. Now, if a good portion of this resonated with you and you still have other questions and concerns about what could be the right choice, you want a personal reading to get down into your specific energy and your particular energies, make sure that you are taking a look at potential booking options with me so that I can bring in your angels, your guides, and anyone else that wants to have that one-on-one conversation with you. I'm happy to do that. That's what I do. Otherwise, my friends, thank you so much for tuning back in, and I will see you on the next broadcast. Many blessings. Bye for now.